Hello?
Hello, Judge. This is Archie. Come over right away. It's a matter of life or death.
Oh, relax, Archie.
Attention, all true believers. Marvel Comics is on the air.
A friend of the unfortunate, enemy of criminals. In reality, Dan Garrett, a rookie patrolman, loved by everyone but suspected by none of being the Blue Beetle.
Boys and girls, your attention, please. Presenting a new exciting radio program featuring the thrilling adventures of an amazing and incredible personality. Faster than an airplane, more powerful than a locomotive, impervious to bullets.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back to SketchUp on this smoky Thursday evening here in California. We are okay. We are safe from the fires for now. Just in case if you're wondering, you don't have to worry about it for us. But we've got an interesting show tonight. We're kind of breaking off a little bit and doing something a little bit different. Like what JD put up there, SketchUp with Smog and Mel. You could have made that SketchUp with Smog and Smell. Thank you for not doing that. But yeah, so we got a special show today. Tonight we have Marcus Newsome and Don Nguyen joining us. And VOA Cards is here, represented by Miguel. We'll get a chance to talk to him, and hopefully we'll get to find out a little bit more about the card industry and how that is doing well with the comic industry. All right, so don't go away. We'll be right back. Hey, hello everyone. Thanks again for joining us on SketchUp with Mog and Mel. Don't forget to hit that follow button. Make sure you follow us and help us increase our fellowships. That way we can go ahead and continue to bring you incredible shows like Nick Barucci's original art show every Friday nights at 7 p.m. Okay? And if you haven't yet done so, for tonight's giveaways, put in #EXP cards. Okay, not sure exactly how these items will tie into that, but that is the code to get in tonight. #EXP cards. That is with a plural. All right. So tonight we'll be talking exactly that, cards. Let's bring out our first guest, Miguel with VOA.
Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for having me on.
Hey, yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. I'm actually happy to do this show and get you on here. We've done a couple of cards for you guys already, and we actually have another one that Mog recently completed. I'll be showing that off in a little bit. For now, though, let's bring out our other guests. We have Marcus Newsome that's joining us also tonight. Hey, Marcus.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So happy to be here.
All right. Yeah, this is your first time on the show, too. And I see that you've got a card in front of you. What are you going to be working on?
I'm going to be drawing Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you want that bid to start out at?
We can start it off at $5.
At $5?
Yep.
Okay, you heard that. It's going to be easy tonight, guys. Easy bid right there, $5. If you want to go ahead and place a bid on that, just say Spider-Man for $5 on the comments. Okay. And hey, Marcus, and we also have Don Nguyen.
Hola.
Here tonight.
Yeah, Big Don.
What's up? Happy New Year, everybody.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
What's up, Don?
What's going on, Marcus?
How's everything going for you, Don?
What's that?
How's everything going for you in the new year?
It's all right. I'm alive. Where you guys are as well. I don't know who else or who all is watching, but if you guys don't know, Los Angeles is on fire. So everybody's had a little bit of a scare. I had my goddaughter. She goes to school in the Palisades, and they evacuated her to Santa Monica that first day. So she's safe. Thankfully, my buddy had to go pick her up from Santa Monica school. And then I got family members out in Pasadena. And thankfully, the fire I don't think has jumped over the 210 yet where they're at. So they're still safe. But yeah, everybody out there, I wish you guys the very best. It's so tragic. David Boer lost his home. He's a fantastic comic book creator. Some of you guys may know him from Kanto. And he's got a GoFundMe up right now. So if you can help out, pitch in, definitely go check that out and do that. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, in terms of everything that's going on, I'm doing pretty great.
Yeah, that's what we're watching for too. Is that if the fire comes down and comes towards the 210, then that's something like worry about. We already had like one friend that we evacuated north of the 210, and we got another friend that's just kind of like sitting there waiting, but they already got the warning, so they're just waiting to get the final notice. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, what are you going to be drawing tonight for the auction, Don?
I don't know. I thought you guys said bring some pre-made stuff, so I have some pre-made stuff here if you guys want to see that.
Yeah,
and then
take a look at the pre-made stuff, and then we're going to. It looks like you got a blank card on there, like you're ready to draw.
Yeah, I got 2 blanks here because I think that's the amount of time that it'll take to do it. Yeah. I got one of my Fleer Ultra Midnight Sun cards back. This is Hannibal King from that Upper Deck set. If we have any big ballers out there, we also have my very last AP from Marvel. That'll be a $500 card. I don't know if you guys want to see that. Should I show that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's see it.
So for Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns, I had 4 APs, all at $500, and I only have one left. This is the very last Marvel AP.
Wow, is there a way we can get a close-up on that?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So this is
nice.
Dagger and Ghost Rider in the back, and I always sign out my Marvel cards in Chrome, so I don't know if you can see. That's all chromed out back there.
Oh, wow. Very nice. That looks amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, I don't know if you're collectors out there, if you know, but Marvel left Upper Deck. They are with Topps now. Disney has put the kibosh on artist proof cards, which are the rare sketch cards. So that most likely is the very last Marvel AP you will ever see from me.
Wow.
What?
Wow. What a
Okay.
So $500 is the going rate for that. And like I said, 3 of them were already sold at San Diego Comic-Con, one of which was graded by CGC. It was co-signed by Jerry Conway. It was a Man-Thing sketch card and came back a 10. So congratulations to my dude who bought that. Appreciate him coming by at San Diego. But yeah, so that's that. And then if you guys want to see these original covers, let's see what we got here. We have this, which I just do for jokes.
Oh, I see now.
I got a wraparound Avengers cover.
Okay.
Screen tone that you use.
Who doesn't
Psylocke?
love a good Psylocke? This is a newer one. The other 2 are older. This is a newer one too. Batman versus Bane. And then wraparound Wolvie. And then this
Iron Man and Magneto.
Yeah.
Cyclops in there.
Nice expression.
Oh, that's got a bunch of characters in there.
Yeah.
So what are you asking for all those?
Yeah.
Each one is priced differently. There's sticker prices on there. This one is $120. This one was $180. This one is $80. Wow. This one's $120.
Okay.
This one's marked at $120. This one's marked at $200.
Okay. Yeah,
but we can do 20% off all of these while I am here, just as a special for you guys.
There you go. If you want any of those guys, just go ahead and put in the comments, and Don will take care of you. So, Marcus.
Yes.
Hello, Marcus.
Yes.
Marcus, can you hear me?
Yeah, Marcus,
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
So what projects in the cards have you got going on?
Right now I'm working on my AP cards for the last Kingdom. It's a Netflix show. I don't know if you guys seen it, but it's actually really good. It's based off a true story about I think it's about Vikings, and they follow this
Yeah,
warrior named Woodrow or something like that.
that's a last. That's been going on for quite a few seasons now, right?
Yeah, I think the last one just ended, but it's actually really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Hmm. And who produces those cards?
Upper Deck.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. And so,
Uh,
Don and Marcus, do you guys do a? How much of the projects you do consists of cards compared to the rest of the business that you guys do?
What do you mean in terms of?
In terms of work that you do for as far as like your art goes.
Oh, I think most people primarily know me from doing indie comics. That's where I got my start. I've been in over 20 plus successful and delivered Kickstarter campaigns. And then, people know me from Pablo the Gorilla, from doing the Cthulhu Invade series. Cthulhu Invades Neverland just recently won Comic Book Resources Comic Crown for Best Anthology. So yeah, I think a lot of people know me from that. The sketch card thing is, I think, a small percentage of what I do, but I'm able to nail them and get them out quickly. So when I have the chance, I maybe do 2 to 3 sets a year, in comparison to maybe like putting out like 3 to 4 titles a year for comics, or be a part of comic book projects. So yeah. And then in terms of what I'm doing right now, I just last year just joined the Star Wars family, and right now my 2 projects that are out are Star Wars Chrome Galaxy 2024, which hit the market in December, and then just released yesterday was Star Wars High Tech 2024. And so I have 90 cards in total, 100% approval rating. And you can find a bunch of them on eBay currently, and they go for various prices, anywhere from like 40, $50 all the way up to like $200, $300, that sort of thing.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been great.
Wow. Okay. Looks like we lost Marcus a little bit.
Oh no, I think he had a question for me, but I didn't get to hear what it was. And then, like I said, Marvel, all Disney properties are with Topps right now. So in terms of what Upper Deck is doing, they'll be doing all the Warner Brothers properties. So dropping, I imagine soon, will be the set that I just recently worked on and turned in, which is Batman Metal Universe. So I have 3 APs for that. Again, my APs go for $500, and one's already been claimed. It'll be a Trinity card, and then I have 2 blanks, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with those. So be on the lookout for those cards as well.
Okay. So, and Miguel, on your side, can you explain to our audience exactly what VOA is?
Yeah, VOA is pretty much, we're merging art and technology to enhance the collector's experience while protecting the artist's work at the same time. Our infused cards don't just verify authenticity, they bring the art to life with augmented reality features. For example, you can scan the card or tap the card with your phone because it has an NFC chip in it, and it takes you right to the creative process, and you can actually watch the creative process unfold using augmented reality directly on the card itself. So it's a real cool feature. Gives the collector peace of mind, and not to mention that it just showcases the artwork being transformed. Watching it unfold. So we try to bring that uniqueness to the artist as well as the customer that buys the card at the end. They get to experience that whole moment.
Right. Yeah, and we thought it was like a really cool idea, and we've done a couple of those VOA cards, and actually Mog recently finished her 3rd one, which is this one right here.
That's awesome. Let me see. Oh yeah, that one's great. Yeah, big.
We just uploaded all the videos for this, right? So if you scan, I have it on the back, but if you were to scan that here,
Yep.
It would bring up a video, and it'll show you clips of Mog working on the card, and then at the end there's a picture of the card itself, so you can get a good look at it. And then
Yep.
Mog is also holding the card, so you get to see all that.
All of that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they're really, really cool to have. It's always a great attention on the table when we have it at the cons and we're showing people. How long has VOA been around now?
We're going on about 3 years now that we came up with this idea. It was actually 4 years, but we've been doing sketch cards for about 2.5 now. We started at right around COVID time. I was working for a wine and spirits distributor, and there was a real cool Snoop Dogg bottle of wine. I don't know if y'all seen it out in the market, but the label itself, when you download an app, what comes to life, and you can see Snoop Dogg come to life on your phone using AR. And I showed it to Scott, which is a co-creator of VOA, and him being the computer guy that he is, he pretty much got real curious on how it worked and the tech behind it, and immediately, things just started coming together, and we just started finding out how it works, and we found out that we can use it to play videos. So after that, we just kind of started doing our own comics first, kind of like a testimonial. I have a bunch of comics that aren't CGC'd or anything, but we wanted to give like a testimonial, saying that I am the original owner, where I got it, the date, and all that. And then from there, we were like, you know what? How cool would it be? We can watch the person sign, record it, and let that be it. And same thing with art, watch the creative process unfold. So, after that, as they say, the rest is history. And we kind of ran with it. And we had no idea the sketch card market was, so big as it is when we first started doing this. Come to find out, there's a lot of fans out there that really appreciate the sketch card market and the art behind it, of course, as well. So it's it's been a fun ride. We're still growing. We're still doing things differently. We're still figuring out stuff to do stuff with, and being more innovative. But yeah.
Yeah, I remember
That's a
when
cool
you guys
product.
started doing the comics, right? And
Yeah.
we were at Nowhere Comics, right? And the owner there, Matthias, right? He actually bought one of Mog's comics, and then they recorded her like signing it and stuff, and then so that became like her first one to have authenticated that way with that VOA type thing. So that was like really cool. So when we were offered to do the cards, of course, we that was like a no-brainer, and we jumped on it. Would like to do definitely more, but again, it's like the time, and that's why I was like asking Don, like how much time does he do this? But then he's got a larger part of the work that he does is card oriented, where ours is not. It's more of for the fans that we do at the shows and stuff. Yeah. Mog, so what cards do you have now that are finished?
Mog, your mic is muted.
I'm
Okay,
doing
so
a bunch
what's
of
this?
X-Men girls. So the first one is Rogue here.
Rogue? Okay.
Kind of like a swimsuit type of thing here.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
Okay.
I like that. That's awesome.
Thank
All right,
you.
so how much are you going to ask for that one?
Wow.
That's up to you. I don't
Okay.
know.
I don't know. Let's start it at like $20 and see what happens.
Okay. And then,
Okay.
by the way, this is the back of one of my art. So
Gorgeous.
Oh, very cool.
Those are actually sketch cards given to Mog from BDI Comics from Tom Hutchinson. And we still have like a few left. So
Hey,
that's what
Tom
we're
Hutchinson.
using.
yeah.
There you go.
And then the next one is Jubilee.
Who?
Oh, wow. That looks great.
Jubilee?
Jubilee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah,
next
Jubes.
one is Magic.
Magic. Okay.
Those look great. Amazing.
Thank you. I really
Yeah,
appreciate
gorgeous.
that, guys.
So
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are what do we call these again? Oh, they're
Swimsuit.
like the swimsuit cards.
Yeah, they're swimsuit cards. So Jubilee,
Swimsuit edition.
cute.
Yeah, the swimsuit edition
Magic,
cards
kind of like
of the X-Men.
pouty,
Yeah.
and then she's kind of like Savage Land Rose. So,
Very nice.
Damaging Storm. So, at
Okay.
the back of all of them are actually back of either this card or this card. So
All right, so those are all at $20 if anybody wants those. Those are available. If not, we bring them to the show. And we're ready for that. Is Marcus back with us?
Yeah, back. Technical problems.
Yeah, I think everybody's having some difficulties tonight, man.
yeah,
Yeah, it is. It's
fire.
because of all the wind
fire.
that's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that my computer stays on. Yeah. So Marcus, how's that card coming out?
It's coming out good. Really good. Always, every time I work on something, always refer to Don Nguyen's art. I was like, I gotta outdo this guy. Let's paintings kill.
That's too much credit, man. That's way too much credit.
Like the paintings. Like, I've never seen you paint before. And I was like, dude.
It's
Not
like,
too
so
shabby,
Miguel,
right?
Miguel, how do people find where they can get these VOA cards from?
Yeah, we have an Instagram page, VOA Comics, all one word. I like to post all of our sketches that we get, at every con, and each one has a link where it takes to a website. You can either buy it there. The ones that are already made, of course, but if you want your own, just reach out to us on Instagram, and we'll totally get you set up with some sketch cards. They run about $25 a pop. Obviously, we have to keep the video in perpetuity. We need to have that going at all times. So, they're a little bit more, not as cheap as other cards, but these cards hold its value a whole lot more. And again, it gives the end user a unique experience. At the end, people like to see that creation being done, and being able to relive the moment. So but yeah, if anyone that's interested, please feel free to hit us up. We also sell VOA tags that you can put behind 9x12s, 11x17s, 5x7s. That can also work the very same way. It doesn't have to be a sketch card.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, because it's a cool way that you can capture the video, and that stays with that piece, so that makes it all unique and authentic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah,
$25 is what you can get like a blank VOA sketch card for, and then
correct.
somebody drawing it. Okay.
Correct. So yeah, and the artist just draws it, records himself doing it. They can take pictures or scans of the card front and back for us. They upload all of that to us, and then we activate the card from our end, and it's ready to be sold.
Okay. So when they send the pictures and the videos to you, is there a charge for that, or is that already covered?
No,
in
that's already covered. Yeah. All we ask is that you compress the video to maybe to 2 minutes, because people's attention spans aren't very long. So if we try to keep it under 2 minutes, so we fast forward it. We mute the video as well, because there's always background noise. We've always experienced people talking to the artist while we're recording, and nobody wants to really hear that, right? So we always just mute it. We always fast forward it to keep it around 2 minutes. Excuse me. But yeah, there's no extra charge at all.
All right. We're going to take a quick break right now, but when we come back, we'll be talking more cards with Marcus, Don, and Miguel, and then we'll also review on what they have going on the auction board. All right, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
Mondays suck. Wednesdays ain't so great either. What you need after a hard day is to hang with your pals down at the comic shop. Next best thing, hanging with your friends on Comic Collectibles.
We're back.
We are
looking at the weather. It's snowing now.
Rex and John and our welcoming community of regulars shop some high-quality comics.
There are only 100 copies in existence,
including one-of-a-kind sketch cover art made just for us.
Action Comics number 18 with Wonder Woman cover sketch.
Wow.
Sure, your local comic shop will always be first in your heart, but some days, you just don't want to put on pants. That's when you shop with Comic Collectibles. Mondays at 6, Wednesdays at 7. It's all part of the experience.
Hey, welcome back to Sketch Up with Mog and Mel. Thanks again for joining us on this smoggy Thursday evening. If you haven't yet, hit that follow button. Help us to increase our followers so that way we can continue to give you fantastic shows like Nick Barucci's original art show that happens every every Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And check out the other shows that we have going on for the rest of the week. I'm pretty sure that you'll find other in content that you would be interested in watching as well. There is a lot to check out, and don't forget to check out the store too. The Experience does have a store that you can shop at. You'll see some of the prints and hard to find posters that I've posted on there too. All right, so let's go around the room and take a look at what everybody has so far on what they're working on. Starting with Don.
Doing a Eddie Brock reveal card. Just blocking
there you
some
go.
of the colors right
do
now.
we see what the starting bid on that was going to be?
No, I don't think we did. I just started doing it.
Is that an AP?
What's that?
Is that an AP?
No, it's just a blank piece of Bristol board.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do on the Eddie Brock?
Let's go 30 to start.
30 to start. There you go. If you guys want to pick that up, go ahead and put that into the comments. We are taking bids in increments of 5. Okay. And now let's go to Marcus.
Yes.
And he's working on Spider-Man there. Woo, look at that. He's got all the colors that are going in there already. And that was starting at $5. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right, so we're looking for a $5 bid on that. And then looks like you're going to finish that soon and be able to start another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going to be your next one that you want to do?
I was going to do a character from Arcade.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the girl with the blue hair.
Jinx. Yeah.
Yeah, Jinx.
Yeah. The popular one, the crazy one,
Yeah.
Psycho. All right. Let's take a look at what Mog is working on next.
Just Storm.
Storm. Okay.
Um,
Swimsuit Storm.
yeah. And
And
then
let's show the other ones that you got going on again.
So
Swimsuit Rogue.
Love it.
First one.
Okay.
Back is that one.
Okay. The back is not a sketch. That's actually the card itself.
Yeah. This is
Swimsuit Magic.
And the back is Anubis.
Okay.
And then this is Jubilee.
Swimsuit Jubilee.
And
Okay.
the back is another Anubis.
Okay.
Those are great.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
If not, those will look good at the show. And then you're working on Storm. All right. So we are looking for opening bids on those at $20 if anybody is inclined to do so. Okay. All right. So Miguel, let's I want to find out more about VOA. Like, how do you guys go out there and market this besides the website? Are you guys actively going out to the shows? Are you reaching out to the artists and trying to get the product out there?
Yeah, definitely. We do a lot of different shows, just mainly around Texas. We've done a couple of outside of the state, but yeah, we're just trying to just reach out to different artists. Some artists have handlers that we try to reach out to, but for the most part, it's all been in person. We've gotten a lot of requests through Messenger on Instagram as well. Artists that want us to send them cards and stuff, that are eager to work with it. Artists work real hard to build their reputation, and the last thing they want is for their work to be copied or undervalued. With us, artists can protect their creations, and give collectors something more immersive experience. We worked with a bunch of artists where they've really feel like their art's worth more with that extra added video. Again, it's about a more immersive experience for the end user. But I mean, we try to do the circuit con and the con circuit. I'm sorry, and try to just reach out to different people. Almost like a door-to-door salesman type, right? You gotta go out there. We're just starting off, right? So nothing's going to be given to us. So we have to go out there and earn that reputation, or earn that business, and get artists involved.
Yeah, it's a great product. I think it definitely adds value because I think it's one of the great verification processes or procedures that we have at this time. I mean, you're showing a video there, and this goes along with the actual collector item, right?
Right,
so
and
hard to take that away.
Exactly, and it's not just a video. We take the metadata that's in the video, the location of the video, and all that to add more authenticity to it. So there's a location of the video that pops up that shows you, if it was in that city where the con was held and whatnot. So I mean, it's a great way to fight against AI also. The way AI is right now with just spitting out images. It's good to have that actual video that goes behind the art to ensure you that it is legit, it is real, and again, it protects the artist as well. Definitely.
Yeah, that is very cool, right? And Mog has already done 3 of these, and she's already sold the first 2, which was a Dr. Doom and Chitara, right? But here is her 3rd one that she's done.
Yeah, I mean,
this is available. Okay.
Yeah, huge shout out to Mog. She was one of our first people that we got VOAs from, and we really appreciate you believing in our product, and seeing how you incorporate VOA into your art has been incredible for us. You've truly shown collectors what it means to have a personal connection to an authenticated piece. Your support has really helped us push our products further and further into our community, and we're deeply grateful for it.
Wow. No, same. I'm very. We're very also very grateful that you actually tried and said tried me out and said, hey, check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, back when we met at Unknown Comics, it was a nice surprise to see you there, and to be able to work with you. It's been great. We've sent people your way as well because they've seen your art through our VOA Instagram, and
Yeah.
it's really cool to be able to help everyone out at the same time.
Yeah, it was kind of cool because I was talking to Scott, I believe, or we were talking to Scott, and he was saying that somebody wanted to get a commission on a card to put it on VOA. So Mog does have one already waiting in the background when she gets a chance to do another card for this VOA. Right.
Yeah.
So you'll be seeing that in the near future. So hopefully
very awesome.
We can help push this out. We try to mention this as often as we can to everybody out there at the cons, and that's why we have it displayed on our table as well. So that way we can let people know about it and show them like how it works. And they're always they think it's like a cool thing to watch and see. Sometimes they'll ask us, "Oh, can you show us again?"
Absolutely.
They'll bring their friends and say, "Hey, can you show us again?" So and we're always obliged to do that. Not a problem at all.
Yeah, y'all's guys' support is truly appreciated. We can't get where we're going without artists like yourself. So, anything that you do to help us out is truly, really appreciated. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and you had mentioned you didn't realize how big the card market is. And I have to agree with you too, because I didn't realize how big the card market is. Even though I've been in this industry for so long, I've gone through the '80s where baseball cards, sports cards, just really took off. Went through the '90s and saw collector cards take off as well. And then there was one show last year. I was sitting next to Don, right, and I was surprised to seeing all the card action that he was getting off of his table.
Yeah.
And he's Don's over there. He's got a nice pitch telling people what he's worked on and what the cards are and everything. And this one guy walks up and he's thinking about buying these packs of cards, and he doesn't know which one, how much he should get. And Don gives him a pitch so far this box is something like a god box, and people have been getting a lot of good stuff out of it, right? So I just kind of blurt out right off my hip, just buy all the packs. And he did.
Exactly. And I didn't realize how those.
Huh?
I said we weren't wrong. He got a bunch of hits.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. That was a good one, right? But that's part of the excitement is that when you do that, is that you never know what you're going to get. It's a sort of like a treasure hunt, and there's that excitement, that thrill of opening that pack and trying to see what you can get, or if it's going to be a winning pack or not.
Definitely.
But how does that work for you, Marcus? Do you sell a lot of cards at the show yourself?
What's funny? I believe it was a few years ago. I remember when Nguyen first told me about doing sketch cards, and I was like, nobody gonna buy those. Then just kind of you just observing him killing it, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. and it's been uphill ever since. He got me connected with Upper Deck. And it's been I sold my first AP card for a really good price. I don't want to say it online. I don't want to say how much I sold it for, but it was really nice. But ever since then, I just dove into it more. Like just doing different characters, doing mix-ups. It's been real successful with it.
I think it's a great entry level for collectors that want to get into the art game and can't afford a big piece. I think sketch cards. I'm not saying the AP ones. AP ones are a little bit more pricier just because they're AP ones. But sketch cards in general, it's a great market to just start off your art, collection with. That won't cost you an arm and a leg, right? But
Yeah, but so with the VOA cards, Miguel,
mhm.
what are tell us about like some of the cards that you've seen come through and what they've sold for or who the artist was. How high is that getting?
I mean, the cards. We try to have the cards. I mean, we average out all of our prices, right? And for the most part, our average sketch card price is usually around $30, $30 to $35. So we're not trying to make a killing right now. Our main goal is try to get this into people's hands. So we start off our pricing at $75. But we do have some people like Stanley Art Germ, Joe Jusko. We have Walt Simonson. We've been to Baltimore Comic Con and gotten a bunch of artists from a lot of veteran people, and those we'll ask for a little bit more, but at the same time, we're not trying to overprice ourselves either. The main goal is to get this into the consumer's hands and let them see what we're all about. So average price we try to stick to around $75. Maybe
That's very,
100.
very reasonable.
And they're all slabbed up too. So I think it adds an extra layer of coolness because now it goes along with your other cards that are slabbed, and it fits right in.
Yeah, and you've got
Are the cards
a
graded?
cool label on there already.
Yeah, we don't grade the cards just because I don't feel art should be graded personally myself. I think it's more about the individual art itself and the artist more than the grade of the card. But all we do is authenticate it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
the other thing is that with these sketch cards, right, they're already one of a kind, right? So getting it graded is kind of a little bit almost pointless, I think, because there's not five of these that you're going to compare it to say which one is better of the five. Not like if you got a Silver Surfer #1 and then you've got like 20 of them and you're trying to figure out like which one is better. There's only one of this, right? And that's all there is, right? And you have the authentication on there. You showed a video and you captured pictures with the artist and everything, but it's still an added value in that
Definitely.
because it shows that this is a real card done by the artist. It's not reproduced. It's not not an AI card or anything like that. Right. So there's that, and it's nicely designed, nicely done in the front and the back. Right.
Thank you,
And
sir.
you have the full signature of the artist on the back as well. Okay, along with their own signature on the card still too.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's all that. Okay.
Yeah, collectors really care about authenticity. When they buy a piece, they want to know that it's the real deal and feel connected to it. With VOA, collectors get that peace of mind knowing their piece is authenticated. Plus, they can experience the creative process through AR. So I mean, just imagine owning a Mog Park Wonder Woman or whatever and being able to see it brought to life. It's a real game changer. I feel like, and
Yeah.
I think that's what we're doing. We're changing the game, and
Yeah, pretty much. And Free Comics came into the house. Thank you for that. And he wrote on there, "Hey everyone, VOA in the house, amazing product, and love my Mog Doom
Nice.
VOA." Yeah,
there it is.
thanks for
Oh,
picking
you're the
that up.
guy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I do. But I'm kind of like troubleshooting in my head right now, Marcus. And I think one of the drawbacks could be, is it the artist's responsibility to film themselves when they do the art, right?
Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of artists who might not like doing that, or they're not tech savvy, and it's like you have to remind them to, hey, make sure you film it, what you're doing, record what you're doing. And I think that's part of the reason why I can see the price going up, because you're actually asking, almost like demanding an artist to film themselves.
This is true. Yeah.
I think that could become a problem because some artists might really hate that. You know, it's just tedious, or they sometimes forget. It's not even about if they hate it or not; they just forget it.
But that's
they
an
might
option
not-
that's an option that they decided whether they want to use the VOA or not. If they don't, then they don't, and they don't have to film it. You know, but
exactly.
Yeah, but if you're looking for that added value, then you know this is like one of the best ways out there to get that added value and authenticity.
Yeah, I think the best way to think about it, especially if you're a young creator starting that, is we all start from zero. And we know, like, right now, especially in art, it's a very social media platform forward thing. And basically, everything you do is content. So you might as well just get in the habit of recording everything that you do.
Yep.
So, you know, like I try to record everything now, and you can watch hyperlapses of a lot of my sketch cards on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on IG. And that's just, you know, part of building your audience. So that would be my recommendation out there for anybody looking to get into doing this. That's a good way to start. Everybody always asks, how did you get into doing sketch cards? And my answer was, you know, I first did a solo artist alley table at Rose City Comic Con in 2018. And how I made my money was I was doing $5 5-minute sketch cards. So for 5 minutes, I would just spend the time hammering out sketch cards. And because of that, an Upper Deck recruiter actually lurked my accounts and then found me at Long Beach Comic Con right before the pandemic in 2020 and recruited me. And my very first set for Upper Deck was Marvel Anime, alongside obviously Peach Momoko was the featured creator on that. She did sketch cards, but also you know, our friend Ray Anthony Height worked on Star Wars Dr. Aphra, and he does Midnight Tiger. Shout out to Ray. He was on that set as well. And again, that wouldn't have happened if I didn't start from zero. And so, yeah, if you're a young person looking to get into comics, looking to get into doing sketch cards, just do it. Just put it out there. Just start doing as much as you can, and hopefully somebody will see what you're doing and like what you're doing, and you'll get followers.
Like Miguel said, it's a cheap way to get in. For people to buy art, it's a cheap way for the new artist to get in as well, because you know you put your art out there and you're not selling it for very much, but you are getting it out there, and it's kind of like the same way that VOA is just trying to get the product out there in people's hands so that they're more aware of it, and that's what you want to do.
And that's
And we talked about how you become successful in this industry, and it's I think one of the key things that we focused on is that you need to be present. Okay, you need to show up. Doing the videos and all that, that's part of it, right? It is going to be something that you want to do, but you're losing and missing a few steps by not doing it and going with it, because that is where we're at right now.
I mean, I
is one of the best ways for people to see what you do and how you're doing it, giving that social, special, personal touch.
Absolutely.
I really didn't mean any like bad thing about this, but I was just wondering. Sorry, I called you Marcus. Actually, you're Miguel. Apologies about that. But so Miguel, like I'm wondering, did you sometimes have any funny stories where like the artist kind of was like pulling teeth for them to you know, like the videos, or did you have to like, you know, is there any kind of funny story about filming them? They got shy.
Yeah, there's some people that are kind of like nervous at first. Not every artist. A lot of artists are real natural in front of the camera and just.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not focusing in on your face. I mean, I'll take a quick video of the whole area, and then I zoom in right to the hands. And people always wonder, are you going to mute it? Because sometimes we'll start conversating about stuff about their personal life and whatnot, and that might be something that they just want to make sure. Okay, that's not going to be on there. No, it won't. It'll be fast. First of all, it'll be fast forwarded, and we always mute it because it sounds all squeaky once you fast forward it with the volume. So, but we've never had any real rejection towards it. Everyone's been real open-minded about it, and once we show them what we're doing and what the card does, they're even more they're intrigued, and they actually want to be part of it. And I haven't had any really funny stories. Just people just at the end of the video, they're like, "You're going to mute that, right? You're going to make sure that part doesn't get I'm like, yeah, of course. We do all of that, but everyone's been really cool about it. Everyone's been real accepted of the process.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah, we try to do one time. I think the only time we got a little bit of fight back, it was for some reason we were doing a celebrity, and I think it was the guy from Police Academy, the one that does all the sound effects.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was a little bit reluctant. He was worried about us using the video for other stuff, and we try to assure him that we're not. There's nothing mal here that we're doing. We're just trying to authenticate his product. But this is back maybe 3-4 years ago, so he wasn't. And we totally respect that. Whoever doesn't want to get recorded, we just won't do it. We're not bending your arm to get recorded. No, I mean, if you don't want to, and if you don't feel comfortable being in front of it, then no problem at all. But I feel like most artists are already doing it to some capacity. I mean, for their Instagram content and stuff, they're already recording and doing something already. So, for the most part, everyone's been real cool about it. No one's really just celebrities is another story. But artists, yeah. Yeah, I mean, because we also do trading cards. We also autograph. I mean, video capture the autograph process and stuff. So, depending on who the celebrity is, they might not want to be recorded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're a little bit more picky. Hey, Marcus, some good news for you, Marcus. How many is that? Your first one? Or are you just finishing your first card right there?
Yeah, it's the first one.
Okay. Well, it's got a bid of $5 on it so far from Stevie B.
Nice.
And so he's opening up there. He's also placed a $5 bid on all your cards that you do tonight. So it's a good welcome for you to the show. And Stevie B has been a very kind follower and supporter of the show. So we appreciate that for that support, and appreciate you too, Marcus, for coming on here for the very first time. So lucky you.
Oh yeah,
those who don't know, Marcus, you got an animated movie coming out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the prequel, it won an award.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us about it.
Yeah, it won audience choice. It won audience choice at Afro Comic Con International Film Festival.
Oh, nice! Congratulations!
Yeah, congratulations, man. That's huge.
Thank you.
If you have a link for that, you can put it up. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, don't you guys also have like a card show that's coming up?
I do.
Yeah.
So, are you going to be in it?
Tell
Marcus?
us about it.
What's that?
Are you coming to this one?
Which one are you talking about?
In February, from the 14th through the 16th, with the preview night of the 13th at Ontario Convention Center, they're going to have the West Coast Card Show. I'm going to be a special guest at that show.
I didn't know it.
For that are open.
Is it open right now?
Worth checking out. Okay. And is that just a one-day show, Don?
No, it's the 14th through the 16th are the official dates. So it's a weekend show at Ontario, but they have a special preview night on Thursdays, on the Thursday there. So technically, I guess it's the 13th through the 16th, but I'll be there the 14th through the 16th. So yeah, it's a 3-day show, and and I've never done just a solo card show before, so that'll be interesting.
Is that the first one that they're doing?
No, it used to be the Burbank card show, I guess. It's from a shop out of Burbank.
I do remember
Burbank
the Burbank
sports
one.
cards. Yeah, so they started out in Burbank, and I guess they're so big now that they've expanded into Ontario. Like they need that amount of space, which is insane to me. That a card show lasts that long and is that huge. That's incredible. Which again goes to show what you guys have been talking about, which is that the card market, especially after the pandemic, has just become insane. Like it is wild out there. So pick up original sketch cards while you can. Especially from young creators that you meet that are just starting out their careers. I'm telling you, anybody I meet, I always tell them to pick up original art. It's the way to go.
It is. Right, that is the way to go.
Especially with AI, it's gonna skyrocket the traditional market, right? So
that's our belief, and that's what I honestly think is going to happen as well. So
I agree with that statement.
You agree, right?
Yeah, totally.
And what you're buying is right back then, maybe even last year, or even today. Today, it's like you think it's like expensive or whatever, but just wait. I don't know how many years.
No, we see it. We see it already. It's just that AI is coming in, and is being a factor in. We can't stop that from happening. It's already AI is taking already has a foothold in the door, and it's making its way through every industry, even in comics. Right, there's published AI comic books now, right? But I honestly believe that the original art, traditional art, is going to hold its own, right? Because it's people just love seeing these things that are like done by hand, or just it has the human factor in it.
Absolutely.
And not the technology, right? Which is not humanistic at all, and doesn't appeal to our liking. Right, so you can take pleasure in it. That if you do create something artistically, and your name is attached to it, that and you did it with your hands, you're going to get appreciated and love for that. And thanks, Mike, for pushing that as well. He put a $10 bid on Jigsaw already, and the $5 Spider-Man for Marcus is holding with Stevie B. So thank you very much for that, guys. All right, let's go around the room and show what everybody has so far on the cards that they're working, and then we're going to take another break after that. Starting with you, Mog.
Oh.
And that's the is that Storm?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the swimsuit Storm, and we're looking for a bid of $20 on that, and then show us the rest of the cards too.
This paper is very slippery, so I can't color it. If you ever do request for me to color, I can't. This is the best I can do. So I'm actually, you can't really see it, but I'm actually trying to tone her skin by adding pencil hatch marks. But that's the best I can do with her.
Wow.
The rest is what?
Just did that?
Yeah, I just did that. And then
okay, and then you
Jubilee.
There's Jubilee. Okay.
This is
it's Magic. Okay.
Magic. And then Rogue.
Beautiful.
Rogue. Okay.
But anyway, Miguel, you were going to say something and we cut you off. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. It's unfortunate that those cardstocks don't hold the ink very well. We actually use Bristol board on our sketch cards. So our sketch cards, we've had a lot of compliments how the ink takes to the card itself. So that's one of the things that people ask us is if the how the cardstock is, and everyone that we've given it to has been real pleased with the way it the thickness of it, how the ink takes to the paper and stuff. So
because I paint with it, and I am a watercolorist mainly, but I'm telling you, I have a real pet peeve about paper quality, and VOA's paper is definitely high quality. I can definitely.
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
Mom gets a rant on it when she's not
I
happy
rant about
with
paper
what
all
she's,
the time, so.
and I hear it. I get to blend in on it. All right,
Yeah,
let's go to Don and see what how that Eddie Brock is coming along there. Okay, there you go. And you were looking for how much on that, Don?
Bid starts at 30.
Bid starts at 30 on Eddie Brock there.
Yep.
Putting in the black, getting all the colors in there. So if you want that, thanks for that bid, Stevie Beyond Storm. And then let's go to Marcus. Let's see the cards that you've got. Okay, the Spider-Man is done. That's got a bid of 5. And now he's working on Jinx.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how both of you guys, Marcus and Don, you guys don't really put the line work only until the very end. Because I always thought because the way you guys work so fast, you guys would do the ink and then the color, but you guys do the line at the end. That's very interesting for me.
Well, all my line work is done as like guidelines, so it's easy for me just to go in after I block out all the color. So that's how that's done.
Same here. I learned like if I do my inks early, I end up smudging it.
Yeah.
It works good for dating, but sometimes it's like,
By the way, Marcus, whenever you talk, it's like there's a weird sound effect. I don't know.
I heard it too.
Yeah, it's like the Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, wow.
All right, so when we come back, we're going to take a break, but here's another look at the VOA Psylocke that Mog has right now that's available. Get a look at that. And that is $75 if anybody wants it. All right, so we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
Live from New York. What? Oh, sorry. Live from Cleveland? It's Friday night? It's Friday Night Live! With Nancy McCann. And Ricky. And sometimes Carlos. And featuring boxes and boxes of rare comics. Unique collectibles. Lots of smiles and conversations with new friends. Friday Night Live with Comics Unlimited. Friday night from 9 to 11 on The Experience.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks again for joining us on Sketch Up on this Thursday evening. Don't forget, if you haven't yet hit that follow button, help us increase our followers here so that we can go ahead and continue to bring you these wonderful shows. All right. And if you have not yet, put in pound sign EXP cards just like Stevie B did. And that will allow you to get into our freebies tonight. We've got 3 of them that we're going to be doing. So yeah, that will be coming up in the next half hour after this next commercial break, right? Pound sign EXP cards will get you into that. Okay. We currently have Miguel here from VOA Cards, and joining us is Marcus Newsome and Don Nguyen, who are working on cards. Marcus has a Spider-Man that he's already finished that had an opening bid of $5, and we do have that. We are looking for the next bid of 10. He's now working on Jinx, and that has a current bid of $10, and we're looking for the next bid of 15. Don Nguyen is working on Eddie Brock. He's looking for an opening bid of $30 on that card, while Mog has several cards that she's done. She's completed a Storm that has a $20 bid on it already from Stevie B. There's also a swimsuit Jubilee and a swimsuit Rogue, and she just finished swimsuit Storm. And now what are you working on?
I think I'll do Kitty Pride.
Kitty Pride. Okay, Shadow Cat.
Nice.
Okay, so
Very nice.
Those are all starting at $20. And so if you want to place a bid on those, go ahead and do so in the comments. If you want us to show anything to you, just let us know, and we'll go ahead and pop it out there. Okay.
One of the things I really like about the VOA, I mean, not only is the paper quality, but the casing is designed really well. The is that what is it called, casing?
Oh yeah, I always have a hard time opening them. I have to go to Mog to get her to open it.
Yeah, you kind of need nails, I think. Is there a trick, or do you push it? Like, how do you do? Like, who designed that? It's really nice. There's like grooves to put exactly where to center.
Yeah, they're real cool. They snap on. We don't seal our slabs at all, just because all the authenticity of it is inside the card itself with the NFC chip. So it's basically a glorified top loader when it comes down to it. But it does do the job, and it does protect the card. But yeah, we ordered them online. There's a guy that sells them already done for people that like to encapsulate their own cards and make their own tags.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, you kind of have to give it a little pry open with your fingernail. But it does. But it does come open, and once you close it, it does stay sealed good. So it definitely works.
There's like raised grooves in there, so the cards that entered. You know how sometimes the card will get skewed or something inside, but make sure it's always centered and straight.
Right. Yeah, the card's always centered. But yeah, we're happy with the slab design. We were fortunate enough to find a supplier that gives us a plentiful of slabs, and they're always good quality. They're always crystal clear. They're acrylic. So yeah. Are any? I was going to ask, are any of you guys doing any shows in Texas by any chance this year?
I want to. I definitely want to. What shows are going on in Texas? I tried to Google it, but I couldn't really find any.
Which ones will you be at, Miguel?
Man,
fantastic.
Yeah, Fan Expo Dallas is always a favorite one of ours, just because of the sheer number of artists that are there. There's some other shows in San Antonio. I think Big Texas Con is one. Here, yeah, Big Texas Con is one that we went to earlier this year. There's one here in Houston called Comic Palooza, which is also a good one. Also,
Yeah, I heard great things about that one.
yeah, and then if you go down the valley, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff in Brownsville and McAllen. There's some in Austin as well. So, I mean, we do about 12 shows in Texas that we actually go visit and get inventory. We really just like to set up at our own hometown shows only, just because the cost of doing shows gets up there in price. But
Yeah.
we definitely visit the cons around Texas, just gathering inventory, touching base with artists, and just putting our product out there.
You guys do the Dallas shows?
Yeah, we always go to Dallas Fan Expo. Yeah,
Okay,
always.
cool, yeah.
There's also another smaller show. I think it's called the Dallas Comic Show. It's ran by a guy named Mark Walters. Guy does great shows, and he's always bringing top quality artists at that venue too. And I think he does it 4 times a year.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we do Dallas about, I want to say, between 5 to 6 times. We make the drive from Houston to Dallas.
Yeah.
Because Dallas is a great comic scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And Thompson's
we
based out
love
there.
Dallas. Dallas has a great art community there that's very supportive.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
but the problem is trying to get into the show.
Yeah.
And because I thought we were going to be there last year, but for some reason we weren't approved to be there. So it was a bit of a shock that we weren't going to be there after being there for like 3 years in a row, and just building it with the community there. We love that scene there. I've been wanting to do like more of the other shows as well, but it's like a matter of timing. I know you got Houston and San Antonio; those are 2 big cities, and I've known about Comic Palooza for decades because they've been around for a long time. And
Right.
big Texas, people say, well, if you want to do a big show, then Big Texas down in San Antonio is about as big as they can get down there.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, it's like a matter of timing. I even got a good friend out in San Antonio that I could go down and visit and stay with, but it's just trying to work that schedule that makes it kind of hard.
Definitely. Yeah, those are all great shows. I mean, like I said, Dallas has a great comic scene. Every time we go to Dallas, I mean, we're always coming back with a lot of inventory, and it's a great town. It's a great town.
Yeah.
Pretty good beauty out there.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
food too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the best of both worlds: Mexican food, barbecue. I mean, you name it.
Yeah. Yeah. And they also have like some good coffee spots too. We've been like some of the players that we've stayed in. I find some great coffee places to get to. Not your national chains or anything. Just privately owned places. And I'm
Right.
always surprised with what they have there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Great. Just overall, I mean, yeah, great experience there. But yeah, Dallas shows, Austin shows are good also. Austin has one called Greater Austin Con.
Oh yeah.
They also have great guests. It's ran by a great guy. His name's Vo Nguyen. I mean, the guy's he's a great artist as well, but he runs the show out there. I think he has 2 other ones that he does around the Austin area that you guys should definitely check out.
I'll probably have to get in touch with you later and try to get this list from you, because we do want to try to. When you're doing the same shows over and over, it's nice and you've got that, but you're also trying to expand your market, and you've kind of like visited these areas so often now. You've gone as much as you could, so it comes a point where you want to try to get to other shows and to get new customers, build your customer base more in those areas, right? So I'm
Definitely.
we're at that spot too. So yeah, I definitely want to try more Texas shows in the other cities because Texas is big. They got big cities there, and I know that they've got an art community. Because even in Dallas, right, they will ask people like, "Oh, where are you from?" Right, and it's almost like half of the time they're not from Dallas. They're from outside.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
outside of Dallas. You know, they're even from like the other states that are
No,
that are
definitely.
very close by. You know,
You got some Okies out there too.
yeah. So
Yeah, Fan Expo does a great job bringing in a lot of great talent. I mean, Comic Palooza, unfortunately, focused more on the celebrity side of it.
yeah, they're more celebrity oriented.
Yeah, they sold to the city.
Doing that.
Yeah, after they sold to the city of Houston, I mean, I hate to say it, but the quality of artists, of them bringing artists, just went down. Artist Alley feels more like Etsy Alley, where it's people bringing in 3D printed stuff, and nothing against those people, of course, but I mean, I go to comic conventions to see comic artists. So you know, it's kind of disheartening a little bit that they've kind of shifted their focus on more the celebrities, and Artist Alley is people selling, you know, handmade stuff, you know, and again, nothing against those people. It's just I want to see art, and you know, I want to see drawings and stuff. So but
we agree with you, and that's like one of the biggest issues that are brought up when we talk amongst like other artists, and we talk about like cons, is that con comic art centric, or are they more like merchandising vendors and all that, right? And we try to steer away from those because we know we're not going to benefit as much from them. There's some that's a little bit hard, and that's the main reason why I haven't really tried to do a Comic Palooza, is because I did hear that, right? And, same thing why I'm a little bit hesitant about the other ones, but you know, I hear some that are really doing good, that they bring in like a good guest, and that's like one of the first things I look at when I try to figure out if I'm going to do a show or not, is I look at the list of artists that they're bringing in, not just for, you know, the current year, but for past years. Is this something that they're continuing to do? And do they have a web page that they put this all up on, so that way everybody knows who's going to be there, right? Because that's very helpful for us that are trying to produce art and build our base, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely,
yeah. Everyone knows that handmade crafts belong at Ren fairs.
Right. No, totally. Again, I mean, there's people there selling, you know, 3D printed stuff and whatnot, and I guess they're technically artists. I mean, I don't know, but you know, it's not what I want to see. And you know, over the years, Palooza hasn't really delivered that, and I'm not trying to talk down on them. I'm just calling it as it is, because I'm not the only one that feels this way.
Totally. That's the direction that they wanted to go in. You know, that's cool with them. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, and I just don't know why they can't do it like Fan Expo. I mean, Fan Expo does a great job. I mean, splitting it down the middle, your celebrities and your artists, because I mean, they'll bring a ton of artists. I mean, celebrities, but they'll also bring at least 25 to 30 different artists, even more probably. And I think that brings the best of both worlds, and I think you get both customer base, fan bases. I mean, to show up, but to each their own. That's why I kind of wish I lived in Dallas, just because the comic scene is more active up there. But yeah,
where are you at?
I'm in Houston.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
it's all right. So Comic Palooza is in your backyard then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I still, you know, there was a time where Comic Palooza was a good show, and it was very comic centric show. But you're right. They have decided to move in a different direction. But
now,
when it was comic centric, man, they were just kicking butt.
They were on fire. There's a local comic shop here in Houston called Bedrock City Comics, and
I've heard of them.
They've actually started doing comic conventions. They did one the year before last, and they did one last year. And I mean, those guys are just bringing comic focused people. This year we had Jim Lee, Joe Jusko, Jeff Smith was there. Denny Coleman was there. We had a lot of great people there. Pablo Villalobos was there. So I mean, they're doing a good job trying to bring comics back into Houston, and you know, giving us what us fans really want. So if you ever get a chance, I think they're having a show this year in October. Feel free to reach out to those guys because it's a good venue. It's a good show for us too.
Yeah, I've heard that Jen King actually mentioned that.
Yeah.
That was a worthy one to do. So
yeah, Jen's awesome. Yeah,
Jen and Kyle from EXP here.
Right. So yeah, she did mention that. You know, she did say it's a smaller show, but it's very comic centric and very good to do and worth looking into. So I totally
definitely.
I would definitely look into it.
Do you still think they got tables available?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Easily.
The show's until October. I think the first week or second week of October. So they definitely have spots available. We'll definitely be vending at that show as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one worth it.
Yeah, I'm gonna apply.
Yeah, and then the other one, I think that I was seriously thinking about it is the Big Texas one that's down in San Antonio because they don't have that much of an artist list that's going on there, but at least like they are bringing some people in. So, and I think there was like 1 year where I think maybe 2-3 years ago, they had a really awesome guest list, and I go, oh man, I wanted to get in on that one, and I couldn't get in because it was all sold out already. So hopefully, you know, they'll go stronger in that direction and build that show to be something worthy for artists to be at.
Yeah, and it's not real expensive to get in that show either. I think it was like $25-$30 to get in the show. So it was really good. I think this year they had Tyler Kirkman was there. What's her name? I'm trying to pronounce it. Rufino, I think is her name.
Rufino.
Yes. She was there.
Ariel Diaz was there.
Yep. Sam De La Rosa was there also.
Sam De La Rosa, yeah. Even let's see, our friend, what's his name? Zavala was there as well.
Oh yeah. Oh man, Zavala's great. I love his airbrush work. I mean, the guy's insane.
Insane.
Yeah, but yeah. I was, you know, I watched that show and I see like where it's going and stuff, and yeah, you know, eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to get to that show because I do want to visit San Antonio as well.
Yeah, and then I think the convention is right in front of the Riverwalk too. So after the show, you can go have some dinner and I mean, you know,
easy
yeah. I mean, San Antonio is a great town. Great town.
Yeah. All right, let's go around the room. Let's take a look at what everybody has, and then we're gonna take another break, a short break, after this. Let's take a look at Mog. Okay, you've got this is Shadowcat, right?
Yeah.
Swimsuit Shadowcat. Okay. And Mog has several cards. Show us the other cards you have.
Okay.
I love that swimsuit edition theme that you're doing. I mean, that's real cool.
Thank you. So I think the first one I did was.
All right. So this is a swimsuit Rogue.
Yeah, and then second one I did was.
Swimsuit Jubilee.
Yeah.
Okay. Swimsuit Magic.
And then.
Swimsuit. Who's this?
Storm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then.
All right.
Working on
okay. All right. And it's the Storm that has a current bid of $20.
Yeah.
And we are looking for an opening bid of $20 on each of those cards. So if you want to go ahead and place a bid on that, you can do so in the comments.
Thank you.
Right. And then Mog also has the VOA Psylocke card. This is for $75 if anybody's interested. Starting bid. Okay. And let's go to Marcus.
Oh man.
All right. Okay, working on Jubilee. That has a current bid of $10 at this time. And if he finishes that card, he can start another one. And the third card, if he does start, will already have an automatic bid of $5. Thanks to Stephen B. And then you've got the Spider-Man that you finished that has a $5 bid on it from Stevie B. And it's Mike Asbill that actually has a $10 bid on the Jinx, and then Stevie B has a bid of $5 on the Spider-Man. All right, then let's go to Don.
Hola.
Oh, look at that!
That's
That is
sick.
nice.
That's sick.
That
Thank you,
is
Nick.
$30 is what Don is looking for that. So if you want to place a bid on, and he's putting it in his case right there.
Very nice.
Nice case with the magnetic snap. Boom, bingo. All right, I like the way how those things hold. Okay. All right, so if you want to place a bid on that, go ahead and do so in the comments. And don't go away. We'll be right back after this commercial break. We'll do the giveaways then. If you haven't yet put in # EXP cards, all right, get that in. We'll see you in a little bit.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com.
Mondays suck. Wednesdays ain't so great either. What you need after a hard day is to hang with your pals down at the comic shop. Next best thing, hanging with your friends on Comic Collectibles.
We're back.
We are
looking
back.
at the weather. It's snowing now.
Rex and John and our welcoming community of regulars shop some high-quality comics.
There are only 100 copies in existence.
Including one-of-a-kind sketch cover art made just for us.
Action Comics number 18 with Wonder Woman cover sketch.
Wow.
Sure, your local comic shop will always be first in your heart, but some days, you just don't want to put on pants. That's when you shop with Comic Collectibles. Mondays at 6, Wednesdays at 7. It's all part of the experience. Ask your local comic shop to add Battle Quest comics to your pull list today.
Hey everybody! Thanks again for coming back to Sketch Up on this Thursday. You are watching Don Nguyen and Marcus Newsome and Mount Park working on cards. There are several cards and that are being worked on and up on the auction. We will show those in a bit. If we haven't yet, put in # EXP cards, and we will be doing that free giveaway in about like 5 minutes. Okay, so we got 3 of them that we're going to do. So if you haven't done so, go ahead and put that in. Take your chance to win something free. You don't even have to pay for parking. And if you are the winner of anything tonight, make sure you fill in the magic form that JD will be posting up in the comics very shortly. That's the best way on how we can find out where to send all this good stuff to you guys. Okay. Only 4 entries so far. Good ads. Post the hashtag now. Okay, good. That's fine. We got a slow
Those
night
odds
tonight,
are
but
super
that's
good.
okay. They'll
Jesus.
probably catch it on the reruns. All right. Don, can you tell us again about that show that's coming up in Ontario you were mentioning about?
Yeah, of course. I will be at the West Coast Card Show happening in Ontario Convention Center here out in the Inland Empire in Ontario, California. That's going to be February 14th through the 16th, and they're doing a preview night on the 13th, which is Thursday. But I will be there the weekend, Friday through Sunday. So yeah, if you guys want to pick up original art, I will also have Star Wars Chrome Galaxy 2024 packs for sale. Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns, and of course WandaVision. Those are the cards that I will be carrying with me because they're the ones I can afford. I just found out that High Tech, which dropped yesterday, I was excited when I saw the price because it was like $150 right about. I was like,
Wow.
oh my God, it's cheaper than Star Wars Chrome Galaxy. And then I looked, and it's essentially you buy one pack of cards and it's $150.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I did 90 cards for Top Star Wars at the beginning of the year, and they held 9 of my cards. 81 were released in Chrome Galaxy 2024, and then 9 of those cards are in Star Wars High Tech 2024. And I was like, maybe I could get a box. And then I looked at the prices, like, maybe I cannot get a box.
Because what would the box price be going for?
I mean, if I was to sell it, normally, I don't know if you guys know how stuff works, but if you're retailing your own product, you want to charge double to triple what the cost is because you have to account for your overhead and like what it costs to get into a show, that stuff. So that's why stuff at shows is normally more expensive. So yeah, I wouldn't be able. I don't think that's a fair price for me to charge anybody when they can just go online and get a box for themselves. But card collectors, it's a different game for card collectors out there because we're talking about guys. When I looked at buying a box of Marvel anime, I grew up in an age where you buy a box of cards, and like most boxes of cards cost $35, and like a premium box is like $55, just to show you how old I am. And when I first did Marvel anime, I wanted to get a box to be able to sell packs, and they're like, "Oh, MSRP is $170." I was like, I can't afford that. And now that box goes for $400.
Oh, wow.
And telling that to some card collectors at a show that specialized in all collectibles. And this one guy came up to me. He's like, "Oh, bro, that's nothing." I said, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I just dropped $1,200 on a box of cards." And I was like,
Holy shit.
yeah, it's clearly a different game. It's a different ball game. So, everything's relative, right? Some people complain about, for example, Jim Lee charging $25,000 to $30,000 for a piece of art. First off, he's a living legend, but secondly, in the art world, 20 to 30K is chump change when you're talking about like Jackson Pollocks or Basquiat's. You're talking people who spend millions to hundreds of millions of dollars, and they don't care about that. And Jim Lee is just like, oh, easy entry. So it's all relative to collectors, but yeah, the card game is out there. It's wild compared
But
to
it's
the
going to
comics.
be interesting to see, right? Because we've talked about traditional art, but as far as like comic art coming up in the world, not just but pop culture, but it seems like it's going to go beyond that and go into reach levels like art of Pollock and all these other famous artists that we know about. Because pricing is getting up there, especially for like the older stuff, the 60s and beyond, where that artwork is just it's just hard to get artwork in those periods because they were just the artwork was destroyed.
Yeah,
They-
Stevie
yeah,
B's or duct tape a banana. So yeah, the thing that you got to look at, for example, is we just recently saw within the last couple of years Mike Zeck's Secret Wars 8-page go for what, $1.2 million.
Yeah.
And like I said, in the art world, that's different money. We're dealing with completely different figures.
Yeah.
And the art, that's the thing people don't get about the artwork because they're not exposed to it. Is Mario Catalan, I believe, was the artist. Maurizio Catalan is the guy who did the banana, and he has an established art career. And part of that is you're buying the joke, but part of that is you're buying from an established artist. So we can criticize that all we want, but facts are facts. Like, he's still got money for it. And that's the thing, man. If like an artist can get their bag, even if it's at the expense of an art collector, in one way, I kind of appreciate that fact. So I can't hate on that, because it's it's about the hustle. But when you got guys in this industry, comic book art is what's considered a lowbrow form of art by a lot of art collectors, and it didn't really get its traction and respect until like the late 90s, early 2000s, when we started seeing Jack Kirby's work be written about in art forum and other art magazines, and then you started seeing the prices of his original pages climb. So that's why I always say, if you go to a comic book convention and you see an independent creator out there who has some dope art making some comics and you like them, support them. Buy pages right away, buy sketch cards, buy original art from them, because you never know who's going to blow up, and you never know if you'll ever see that artist again.
That's true. Very true.
Right. Yeah. It's it's just that the comic art is coming in, and it's time. I remember when I was going to the cons in the 80s, right? And I started doing cons, and there was only two guys then that was selling original artwork, original comic book pages, and one of these guys I actually became friends with, and he's still doing it out of New York, right? And I would see the pages that he had, and there was nothing over $100 back then, and you're seeing these popular legendary names, and they weren't going for much, $25 for a page.
Yeah.
Kirby was like maybe $75-$90 at that time. If
what
you
a steal.
get any of that.
Oh my God,
that's
a
a
steal.
steal.
Yeah, that's a
And then,
steal.
and I knew that eventually I at that time I did feel like there's going to come a time when the comic world is going to value this comic art. And I kept thinking, man, I should divert some of the money that I'm dumping into Silver Age, because that's what I was into at that time, into that. But I just kept rolling it into Silver Age.
Nah,
And,
Eric Larson was smart, man. He bought original pages of Jack Kirby.
Yeah,
So that dude is sitting on tons of money. I don't think a Kirby page goes less for than at least $20,000 now. I think they're averaging 30,000 and above, if not more.
I would think below 30 is a steal.
Yeah, below 30, I think. Oh,
that's a steal at this time. I don't care what it looks like, but you're talking about not just a legendary, but a force that has been in the industry.
Yeah,
yeah.
And there's some great stuff out there from working, like even big pub guys that are just south of 1,000. And then you get guys like Dustin Nguyen, who, funny enough, I get mistaken for, and is an awesome friend and person. But I think all of his pages start about $4,500, and sometimes he has some pages that will go for about $2,800. And then you get David Mack, same thing. He's got like covers that are like $8,000 to $10,000. And like these are guys who've been in the business for a long time.
Yeah.
I still think at those prices that's a steal. Like
it's amazing, like what if you become a well-known good artist, right? What you can make these days. It's not like how it was before. Look, I just saw. I've been getting onto like Nerdcrawler. If you guys have been looking at that, but it's a place that's kind of like started up selling original artwork from artists. Frank Cho was on there last month. He had 4 pieces up, and they were fetching over $2,500 each. You're looking at $10,000 for the month of December. That's nice money right there. That's probably like his Christmas bonus, for just doing like for what he does. But we didn't see that kind of money before, and so it's nice to kind of like see that now. It kind of gives an artist hope that not only can they just make a living off of this, but they can actually retire with this comfortably, and not like how we've seen like these other legendary artists from the past not do so well because they don't have the medical benefits, the retirement money that they could depend on, and live a comfortable life in their environment to their end. So hopefully this will alleviate that situation and not be so common. Yeah.
Well, even then, like within any industry, the top
Okay,
people are
yeah.
always like that
Okay. Now,
5%.
Mike Cannon from Hawaii said that the pieces on Nerdcrawler from Mike Cho were for charity pieces. Now that I didn't know. Okay, so that would be great. But even with that, I've seen his work go for easily that kind of money uh, for what he does, and he's a fun guy to watch and hang out with. He has his nice funny moments.
Oh,
Thanks for that. Thanks
his
for that,
wheat cake
Mike. Didn't know
drawings.
that, huh?
His wheat cake drawings. Shout out to Frank, man. Frank, when I was trying to get into this industry, he was like one of the few people who like gave me a few minutes just like look at my work and give me feedback. So he's out there like paying it back to creators. And that's the other thing, man. It's like so many of these like big time guys, like I feel like they don't get their props enough where it's like they spend time doing things for fans and that sometimes gets overlooked.
Yeah,
Definitely.
okay. All right, let's get into our giveaways. Like I said, I got like 3 of them tonight. So if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and put that into the comments. #EXP cards. So the first one that we're gonna do is this X-Men versus X-Men coaster and Mog's Snowpaw sticker. Okay, so these two. Do that as one. So let's go ahead and roll for that. And that's going to go to Stevie V. Way to go. We're going to add that to your pile, Steve. And I got to contact you soon about that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is I have these 3 bookmarkers from Greg Sorber. He's actually a writer. He has some fantastic art, along with this metal sticker decal kind of thing that you can put. And these are for his books. So we'll be giving that away in this next roll. Kenneth Bird, whoa. You lucky dog. Okay, now our last giveaway is we have a collector Spectrus and Sabanian card. This is a book that Mog has where I worked on with KG Comics, along with a bookmark and one of the promo cards. And this is the actual cover for number 4 that Mog has worked on. So we'll be giving those 3 away in this giveaway. And Philip Ryan wins again. Okay, so all right, thanks again for that, you guys. I'll be sending that out to you guys this week, except for Stevie V. We'll be talking about that. All right, let's go around the room and take a look at the artwork again and what we have on the board and see where we stand on that. Let's start with Don. Oh, you finished the other one already?
Yeah, it's already
Okay.
cased.
All right, so that one is looking for a bid of $30.
Do you want to see all the other selections we have?
Oh yeah, she has. Yeah, let's go ahead and show that again.
So yeah, we're gonna do original sketch covers. And we'll go 20% off whatever the sticker.
So if you
price
want
is.
any of those, just go ahead and put that in the comments. And Don is giving a special discount of 20% off tonight. So check it out.
Let's see if we can get that clear in there. Good?
Yep. So go ahead and say
Uh,
what it is and what the price is on that.
This one says 120, and it I think describes uh, the relationship between Emma and Scott very well. So
Would you
that's
call
there.
that like
I'm only here
bench?
for jokes. Is really
that,
what it is.
that I'd like to call that the bench warmer.
Yeah. This one is a wraparound. So you got.
I didn't know.
Monochromatic here. This one is 180 wraparound.
Okay.
This one is Psylocke. This is $80.
$80.
This one is 120 Bane versus Batman. Wraparound 120 Hulk versus Wolvie right there in the back. And then this one is 200 and you get a ton of people on this cover.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, we got Colossus
Man,
versus
Colossus,
Magneto, Thor on the back, Rogue, Cable, Psylocke, Black
Captain
Widow,
America.
Wolvie, Black Panther, and Cap hitting Scott in the face.
Didn't see that coming.
Do you have a thing against Scott? Is that what? He's always being tortured?
Scott's a simp. Come on, man. No, I love Scott. Scott's an awesome character. He's getting some love with X-Men 92. So I hope I don't know if a lot of you guys have been watching X-Men 92. That's a great series, and shout out to Larry Houston for being at the helm of that show.
He's holding up in his new X-Men series too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Scott's getting some love and
that?
respect finally.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of like where they're going with the X-Men books these days. So, yeah.
Definitely.
Steve's like Cyclops being mutant furniture. I mean, yeah. He definitely.
All right, let's go to Marcus. Marcus finishing up on the Jinx. Current has a current bid of $10 from Mike Asbill. And then there's the Spider-Man that has a current bid for $5 from Stevie B. Those are easily grabbed if you want to take those home. Just add on another $5 to those bids. JD writes, they seem to like whenever the writers needed someone to make a just terrible, terrible decision, they made Cyclops do it. He's the go-to guy. What's up? Never too old for Lego. Thanks for dropping in. Okay. All right, now let's go to Mog. Let's look at what she has.
I just finished the Kitty Pride, so
Shadow Cat, Kitty Pride.
yeah,
Yep. Right with what's the dragon's name again? God, I forgot.
Lockheed.
Lockheed.
Okay,
There
yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Should be easily remember that. Lockheed. After the plane, Lockheed.
And
Okay, and then the other cards you have. Oh, and she's looking for a bid of $20 on any of those cards. It does have a bid on the Storm, right? So these are the swimsuit edition cards that Mog has put together. Go ahead and take a look at these. We've got Shadow Cat.
This one has
Storm, right? That's Storm,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the one that already has a bid. Magic.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Jubilee. And Rogue. Okay, there you go. And let's see, never too old for Lego writes, my brother draws custom cards for Upper Deck, and he just did the GoFundMe Transformers set, 40 of them. Nice. Have him contact me and we'll get him on the show, dude. Always nice to see like other artists. Yeah. And we'll probably end up doing like another card show in the maybe later on this year, right? Because this has been a fun show. Now, one other guy that was supposed to be here tonight was Lee Kosi, representing DCD Collectibles.
Oh yeah, what happened to Lee? Is he all right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything. he did hear from him like a couple of days ago. He said that he was going to be here, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh no.
But
Well, I hope
we'll
everything's
find out
okay with
about
Lee.
that.
Shout out Lee.
Yeah, shout
They
out
do
to
great
Lee.
work.
I mean, the guy's really good. Does phenomenal Star Wars art. If you guys have not seen him yet,
Yeah, he's a Lucasfilm artist, and he also is the art director for DCD Collects. If you guys don't know about DCD Collects, they do mystery boxes where you'll get collectibles. Let's say if it's Lord of the Ring themed, you'll get like the trading cards for Lord of the Rings, and then it'll feature some original artwork from various artists, including Lee, who's done some stuff for LOTR, maybe some Weta artists that they have in their stable. So yeah, it's a great product as well. Definitely check out DCD Collect. Shout out to Douglas and Trevor and the team out there.
there you go. Yeah, they do phenomenal work. If you've seen any of Lee's work, his art is not cheap. Okay, it's
No.
not cheap at all.
No, he's got a big booth over at San Diego, man. He's
yeah, big booth, mega booth actually.
Yeah.
Pulls in the like 5 figures on some of his pieces. Yeah. Let's see. Stevie V writes, Mog, did you contribute any custom art cards to Dynamite's new Transformers set? No. The answer is no. Would have been nice, right? We haven't gotten into the card market yet. The closest we've gone is doing the VOA cards, which we do like, and we will probably end up doing more of those because they're just like too fun to resist. I recommend Don and Marcus get in on that action because that'll definitely add value to the cards that you have as well.
All right.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Don, that show that you're doing, is that a dedicated sketch card show or just a card show in general where there's
It's a card show? Yeah, it's
okay.
It's all card collectibles, so sports cards and non-sport as well. So yeah, if you're looking to do it, I don't know if they still have spots open, but you can check the website out or let me know after the show, and maybe I can connect you with the guys who run it.
I'll
put you in touch with them. Yeah.
I was just curious, because as we're growing and trying to do shows, we're trying to figure out which shows better suit us, and obviously the comic shows are the best ones. But being a vendor there, like at Fan Expo, would cost between $900 and $1,200 a booth, right? So some of these card shows are a little bit less expensive. So I'm always curious to see how you sketch card guys do at those types of shows, whether it's Pokemon or sports. Do you get a lot of action selling stuff, or
no idea? It's gonna be my first time doing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. Gotcha.
Yeah, but like Don had mentioned, that show has been around a long time out of Burbank, and I think this is the first time they're going to be out in Ontario.
Yeah,
which is nice because it's close to us where we live.
Yeah. So what you're saying is I'm gonna have dinner with you guys and just hang out and stay over?
Hey, you know
there
that.
You go.
You know that. I'm always into the food thing. Okay?
Yeah.
So
hanging out with Mel and Mog is the best. I love these guys.
But the card show, like when I was in Las Vegas, I was approached by the event owner for a card show in Las Vegas. He said,
front. Is that the one? The front card show?
I'm very bad with names.
Yeah, they're awesome. They've really expanded because they're in Pasadena now.
They keep saying that they expanded.
Yeah, they did.
Triple. I think they've been doing it for 3 years at least.
Yeah.
But they're just shocked how huge the card market is.
Yep,
and he told me the biggest art scene is when it comes to art, it's actually Pokemon. And then Star Wars. Pokemon, Star Wars, and then sports. Those top 3. So
good to know.
Yeah, Star Wars is definitely fantastic. And I'm on my 3rd set of cards for them right now, and that's NDA, so I can't even talk about that set.
Do you ever do like Pokemon commission, like Pokemon
Me?
art? Yeah.
Yeah, I've done a lot of Eevee cards apparently. Like people really like Eevee, and I didn't really know what Eevee was.
Yeah.
Because the only Pokemon I care about is Snorlax.
Snorlax for me, but people love Eevee because it's just cute.
But yeah,
I like Psyduck myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
Psyduck's fun,
I was
yeah.
into Psyduck when Pokemon first came out. Psyduck was what I was into. But then I got
Me
into
too.
Snorlax.
Yeah, Snorlax is my dude. The only reason I watched Detective Pikachu was for Snorlax. But yeah, people have asked for Pokemon commissions before. And then, kids will always ask for Pokemon stuff when we do like free comic book day sketches. So Marcus knows what's up, right, Marcus? Marcus is totally quiet. I can't even hear him.
I know.
Marcus, dude, look, I'm almost done with like my second
Marcus.
card. Come on, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, it's 8:55. I want to thank you all for joining us. Be sure to join us next week when we have Ron McCarthy with us, and we'll be talking about his series Tamashi, which is interesting. He's done 11 volumes of that series now, and it's just on volume 11 that he decided to go to Kickstarter. So let's check. We'll be checking on him on how he's done this and what that series is about. Right. So thank you, Miguel, for joining us. Don.
Yeah,
Marcus,
thank you.
Thank
you for having us.
Man.
And
Yeah,
we'll
thank
see
you.
you in a little bit. Thank you, guys. Everyone. You guys have a good night now. Take care.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.